Tabasco Talks here with Carol. Special inside episode today. How you guys doing?
Oh my god. After that intro, absolutely stellar.
Yeah, I'm doing like a lot better because of that, truly.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Wow, thank you so much. That was so warm.
So-
I feel.
The question in everybody's mind: who is Carol?
Who is
Us.
Carol?
Carol is
We are
us.
Carol. She
I'm
is
Carol.
we. Yeah, I'm
Kat is
Carol. You're
Carol.
Carol. You could even be Carol if you
Yeah.
really
I
wanted
mean-
to, if you believe it enough.
I think so.
take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we love Carol. Carol's dear to our heart, and yeah, she's a good one.
Yeah, I've started referring to you as Carol
Yeah.
sometimes. It gets confusing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like hey Carol.
Whenever we come over,
Yeah.
whenever we come over for her practices, like we'll just be like, "Hi, Carol."
Hey,
And she'll be like, "Hi, Carol." and that's us. And
Yeah.
we're just like, cool, good.
Yep.
So hope that answers your question. That's who she is.
How'd you guys come up with the name Carol?
Yeah, so Kat and I are neighbors. We live probably a block away from each other.
Near steps.
Yes, truly. Makes practice real convenient.
Real easy.
But we started singing together. Kat moved in with my good friend Dana down the street, and I had been writing my own songs for a little while, and I was always wondering like what a second female vocal would sound like on it. And I knew that Kat was vocally trained, and I knew she was moving in, so I kind of immediately, I was like, okay,
I'm a
Kat,
hot
like
commodity, I guess.
honestly, hot,
Tuck the hair behind the ears.
not a commodity, but hot, but not a commodity.
Thank you
but
so much. So feminist.
yeah, but
Sorry.
good God.
Sorry.
Anyway, I was
Yeah, go
like,
ahead.
we should, collaborate. And then we had our first little practice together, and it was lovely. And I think that we clicked.
We
Even
really
though
did.
I'm not vocally trained, but I'm happy that Kat could see like that there was potential in this and
Absolutely.
that there was chemistry. But the reason that I bring up that we're neighbors is because we were gonna name our group, and we wanted to sort of name it after an area in Long Beach that we lived in. And so we had a couple of options, and one of them was Carroll Park, which is right by where we live.
Right.
And so we were like looking through the different neighborhoods on Google Maps,
Yeah.
and we saw Carroll Park, and I was like, what if we were Carol? Maybe you brought that up, and
think,
you were like,
yeah,
it was
we were like,
Kat,
"What up,
yeah.
Carroll Park.
Carol.
And I
I
was like, wait.
Carol?
What if?
Start
I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like the limitless pill kicked in, and I could use
Yeah.
all of my brain. I was like, oh, what if we were just Carol?
Carol.
And we were like, wait, yeah, that sounds kind of fun. And
Yeah.
so that's how we were born.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know that there's 2 R's and 2 L's in Carroll Park, but we said, fuck those guys.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's silly.
It is silly.
I like
love
it. I like that
I
it's
love
silly.
That's a really great story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We get a little. I think we get a chuckle every time we're like, we're Carol. And we're like, okay, guys, fucking whatever. It's good. I like it. It's
Me
sweet.
too. Me too.
It's like it felt really natural. You know, like I think that sometimes you can name a band and it can kind of sound like you're trying too hard, or like kind of can sound like you're
Oh yeah.
really trying to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know. And ever since we decided on Carol, it's just felt really natural, and it's been nice. So,
That's really good. You know,
Yeah.
that's definitely a good ass
Thank you.
feeling.
thank
So
you.
I've heard some of the songs. Where do you guys usually get the inspiration for the new songs from? Like, where is
Yeah. Okay.
inspiration for new songs come from?
Well, go ahead. Olivia, you write so often. And
bird song.
Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
Black Phoebe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a good one. That was so new too when we played it for you
Yeah.
at that show.
Yeah.
We had just learned that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I work from home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of my time sitting at my desk, I probably shouldn't say this, but it's been, I kind of end up noodling on guitar a lot when I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be working. Photo op. Yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah, I end up noodling on guitar a lot when I'm working, and so I also like to have my hands busy, and having a guitar in my lap and like being able to practice the finger picking, just having my hands busy. So it starts out as like, I don't know, almost like this muscle memory sort of like tick in a way.
Yeah.
Like I need to be doing something with my hands at all times, and
Right.
so the guitar filled that. And luckily, it filled it in a productive way. And so I sort of start there, and I start experimenting with different tunings and stuff on acoustic guitar. And then I don't know. I think I remember like one day it just sort of like clicked where I was finally able to write like a melody with lyrics with like the shit that I was doing on guitar. It's like I unlocked a new level in my brain. But I would say that when I'm writing songs, like the lyrics come directly from my life. Like if I were to break down each one of my songs, every single line I could tell something about.
Yeah.
No, I do mean like I have an exact memory for every single line in each one of my songs.
Yeah.
So like with the Gentle Bird song, like it's literal in a sense in that I'm looking at a bird whose breed is the black phoebe, and I'm watching it, and this is sort of like chronicling my thoughts about the bird while I'm at work. Like you're out there, I don't know why you're spending time with me, and you could fly away and I can't fly away. It's sort of, I wanted to reverse the bird in the cage narrative where the bird isn't in the cage. I'm the one who's in my fucking apartment in the cage working a 9 to 5, and that's what the song is about.
The bird, knowing you can leave.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, it's staying. So that's, I would say most of the lyrics in my songs, there's an exact moment or memory that's tied to them. Like Georgina is about a person. It's about me visiting somebody that like I was dating for a while, and like me going up to visit her, and like the exact moment on a beach, you know, or like the exact moment I met her friends, or, you know, the exact moment I watched her paint, and like each line sort of has this meaning. But Kat writes differently than I do. You know?
Well, it's I also, like, similarly to Olivia, I write from experience, and I write from like what's going on in my life. But Olivia and I talked about it recently, and we were just talking about our different styles of writing, and she was like, I'm very literal in the way that I write, but you're really good at telling a story. Like, you're really good at like metaphors, and like while it's still adjacent to like what you've gone through in your life, it's said in a really kind of like nuanced way. It's not just like, this is exactly where I was and this is what happened, which Olivia manages to do like so beautifully, which I don't understand.
Into a fucking beautiful ass song.
Yeah, no, it's like can be like the most mundane shit, and it like she makes it sound so beautiful. Whereas like I'll take like a sad thing and I'll make it sound like kind of silly, and I like to add a little bit of like an element of a joke, at least one. Yeah, just like a little bit in there, just to just to add like a little bit of myself into my sad songs that I write. But yeah, we both, I definitely think, write directly from our life experiences, but just in a little different ways.
Yeah. Truly. I mean, and we're trying, like, I think our goal going forward is to see what happens when we collaborate together more, which has been happening more and more. Like when I'm coming to Kat with songs now, I'm writing songs and I have like her voice in mind, which is new. Nice. And it's so wonderful because as I'm writing things, I'm able to sort of visualize and hear where she would fit in, even if it is originally my song. And I feel like I'm able to come to her with sort of an outline of an idea now, or a rough draft, and then we can hash it out together, and like, and then it becomes more I don't know, more of ours instead of just you know, one of ours.
Exactly. You keep her in mind when you're already building it.
Exactly. And I look to Kat for like suggestions with lyrics all the time.
Same, like if you looked at our text conversations, like they're mostly sending voice memos back and forth to each other, just being like, hey, like working on this, like just so you know, and like that, it's nice. And I hadn't written a song, and like I've been a musician and like a singer my whole life. Both of my parents are musicians, and like up until I met Olivia, I had like kind of taken like a long sabbatical from writing and from singing, and I just kind of like had accepted it as being like, okay, I guess this is just kind of like how I phase out music from my life. Excuse me. And then I met Olivia, and like the way that we clicked when we first started like working together, I was so inspired by how like constantly she was churning out these really good songs, and I was like, I gotta fucking keep up, like holy shit. And so then I just like started, like she like would retune my guitar to a cool tuning, and then like I also work from home, so I would like pick up my guitar and I'd be like, what the fuck did this bitch, like like this is cool, and I would start writing to it. And then I just like it's been a steady flow of songs from me like ever since, and from her as well. And it's just like we already have like 11 songs that are like originally ours. That it's just like it's nuts, and we've only been working together for such a short amount of time. So
it's really beautiful.
It's really cool, and like I feel like also it's rare. And I'm sorry we are keeping just this is the longest question. And this is the last thing I'll say.
This is the podcast. We're
Okay,
get into
good.
We gotta get into it.
But I just we've talked about this several times, but it's just so rare when you meet somebody musically and you click like so well. Because I feel like it's such a personal thing, music, and like especially sharing like your writing.
It really is, you know.
Yeah, and it's hard when you meet somebody and you're like, God, I really like this person, but like, woo, we don't gel. Like we don't gel musically, like unfortunately, and it sucks ass. But it's super special where like we went into this being like, who knows, like maybe, and then we worked together the first time, and I remember going away from it being like, oh, what? Like this is sick. Like I'm so glad. So. It's just really rad. It's cool too when you meet somebody like that, and we work so well together.
Yeah, truly.
That's
great.
Tight. That's really fucking cool, yo. Yeah, that's.
We're thrilled.
So, what's something that you would recommend your new listeners to maybe listen to? By you guys.
By us.
Yeah.
Oh, by us.
Oh my God! I was gonna recommend.
We were like on. I was like, listen.
Oh my God.
By you guys. By you guys.
By us.
We don't have a ton out.
We don't have a ton out yet.
To be honest.
No. We'd like to reiterate we're very new. We played our second show here last weekend.
Thank you for that.
So
Beautiful
thanks so much.
show. Yeah,
Thank you.
Loved it. Yeah.
We were so glad to be a part of it. But what? Oh, there it is. We do have that. We do have that thing on YouTube. I mean, if you'd like to listen to that.
Yes,
Oh,
we
the
do.
Carol
The
at
thing that
side.
you, yeah.
Carol.
But I can't recommend enough, like, just following us on Instagram and coming actually to see our shows.
There it is.
Like,
You heard it here on Tabasco's podcast.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out to see Carol.
come to see us. We have a couple stuff. Help her. Oh, we have a couple of stuff. We have a few things. A couple of gigs lined up that we.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna
And-
play at the Pike stand.
Yeah.
Oh, at the Pike?
Yeah, I
Nice.
think we're gonna try to throw some more stuff up on our Instagram.
Yeah.
and I don't know. The end goal is to eventually record
Yeah.
an album with each other and really sit down and hash that out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be really fucking nice when you guys do.
Thank you.
Those
We're
songs
really
you guys are playing in the
excited.
backyard just gave me like Fleetwood Mac. I love
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac. They're one of my
Yeah.
favorite fucking.
Yeah.
You
They're
guys
beautiful.
definitely gave me those kind of vibes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. We love it. We love what we do. Honestly.
Yeah,
We are not gonna be. We're not gonna pretend that we're like
too cool for it.
Yeah.
It's
no.
nothing. you
We're
know,
really proud of it.
Just another fucking day.
Just like, who fucking knows? I just kind of like go up there and I do whatever. Like, no, we
I've
like,
never practiced in my life.
Yo.
I've
Yeah, I'm just like,
never-
oh yeah, just one time I picked up a guitar and it just really worked out.
Yeah.
No, we're really excited about what we do, and
Yeah.
we think that other people are gonna like it too. And be
Yeah.
excited about it too. So
I certainly hope so. I don't know. And even I was just talking to Kat about this, but like
Yeah.
this project, this group is like really close to my heart in that I
Beautiful.
feel like this is the first time where one, I found like the artistic medium in which I'm meant to express myself. Two, I'm capable / have the skill set or growing skill set to express myself in said medium. And three, I found the right person to express myself with. And so it's this fabulous combination. And I was just talking to Kat about this outside, and this
Yeah.
may sound cheesy, but I don't mean it in that way. But I feel like both of us together have found a way to communicate our ideas and truths through music in a way that is simply magical and cuts a chord within the universe deeper than I've been able to communicate my truths and ideas before.
Yeah.
Recently?
Recently. And it being able to do such a thing is deeply cathartic and relieving to me. And
agree.
it's something that, again, this has become a daily practice, me playing guitar, me singing, me thinking about songs in the context of Carol. And I think because of that, it's become meditative and wonderful.
Yeah.
And I am grateful for Kat.
Yeah. It's great. It's so
Neato.
wonderful.
Let's go, Carol. Team Carol.
Team
Carol.
Carol.
Team Carol.
Yeah.
Oh.
Also, our Instagram is @Carol_LBC.
It's gonna be in the description.
okay.
Smash the
God
like,
bless.
smash
Smash
the
that like
follow,
button, yeah.
smash the subscribe.
Subscribe,
Carol,
bitch.
it's gonna be in the description.
Thank you so much.
Right
Oh my
there.
God.
So, what's your guys' next goal? What's your guys' next? Like you see yourself.
I really want us to get an album out there. That's that's our biggest goal, I would say. I also want to start like, hello, hey, am I there? Okay, cool. I would also really like to start consistently performing, like have kind of like a show every weekend,
maybe
or
even
like
a set schedule, like
or like maybe even like a residency. I don't know, something cool. You know,
that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be rad. And I think we can do it. We can make it happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys for sure can.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What about you, Olivia? What do you think?
I mean, album residency, definitely. I think that playing live more is going to be really good, especially for me. I was just talking to Kat about this, where I'm new to the vocal game, I would say.
Fresh off the boat.
Yes. Yes.
She's fresh on the vocal boat.
On the vocal boat, yeah. And so, like, a big thing for me is, like, playing live, it affects your voice, you know? Mm-hmm. And being able to, like, go into a live setting and sing and play as well as I do at home. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's something that I want to learn and grow. And so playing live, I think, is just going to help that. I think it's going to help get our name out there and kind of spread the word.
Totally.
Yeah. And then, we have enough songs for an album. So
let's
do it.
Yeah,
we have
more songs.
Like little tour, huh?
Little tour. Yeah.
Little tour.
Yeah. So, and it's
cool.
it's great, and it's just nice to have 9-to-5s, but like we definitely it's nice to have those weekends open to be able to be doing whatever we want.
Following your dreams, really.
Exactly.
Like, that's what it is, you know.
Exactly.
No reason to be embarrassed about saying, you know, I'm following my dreams. I'm playing music.
100%.
You fool.
Exactly.
I'm the coolest person at my goddamn company. Like, come on. I'm like, I'm playing a show this weekend. And everyone's like, oh, cool. I'm going to the park with my family, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great.
But I'm cool with it.
Shit, it could be.
Look at your leather jacket.
I know. I'm so sorry. I can't help it. It's all lambskin. I apologize, but it's vintage. I didn't buy it new.
Ethical.
Ethical. I'm ethical. Okay, please. For the love of God. Yeah. So those are our goals, I'd say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we'll tell everybody keep an eye out for the album.
Please.
All right. Any ideas for the names? No idea names, huh? Oh,
you just opened up a fucking can of motherfucking words.
Okay, should I say this?
I feel like
it's a joke, mostly.
The one about our good old police. That one, it's yours.
Yeah, that is mine to share.
Go for it.
Yeah. Okay. In high school, I was just telling this story. I mean, if you come to one of our shows, like you'll notice. It's a little bit of like a comedy, my own personal comedy show that I kind of like mix into the fucking songs. Stand up. But it's not really like I don't write anything. I'm just like talking off the cuff. It's just fun. So when I just like to have fun up there. It's like mixing the sad, tearful songs with like a little bit of heckling.
As you should, though, you know. As you should.
Yeah.
So in high school, I had sex with this person, and oh my God! Sound the alarm! She's a woman.
Auga!
Bazinga or whatever.
No, don't sue me.
I'm literally calling the company. No, so he was like this guy, and he was. I'm not gonna name any names.
Okay.
You sign an NDA after this.
Okay.
But I had sex with this guy, and he was like older. He had like graduated. I was probably like a junior, which is like gross, boys. Don't do this.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was like in college, and I found out like later on that he was like, I might have chlamydia, and I told him.
I'm talking into my beard.
I told him. I was just like telling this story to Olivia, and I was like, I remember being such just like a ruthless 17-year-old, just being like, okay, so here's the thing. If you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the cops. Like,
Yo, what happened? Did you call the cops? Did you have chlamydia?
Oh my God, just let it be known that Tabasco just spilled like the entirety of his beer.
Oh, wow. Yo, we're talking about like dick itching, like burning.
Yo. Okay, so the more so
goodness.
the end of this story was that he didn't end up having chlamydia. The cops were not called. Mm-hmm. But I said that. Like, I mean, that's the same interaction that happened when I told the story.
Proper response.
If you give me chlamydia, I'm
calling the cops. That's going to be the name of our next
we
album.
If you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the cops by Carol.
By Carol.
It's all super chill as fuck.
Yeah, we're just singing about like Black Phoebe, and then it's just, please listen to our EP. If you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the cops. On all major streaming platforms.
Yeah. So that's definitely like up there, you know.
That's the one.
So that's like a really popular one. Just
Yeah.
like already we've got a silly name. Why not have a silly fucking EP name? Especially when what we are talking about in the EP is not so silly.
No, it really isn't. Our songs are.
It's like a little misleading.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
those are the best. You know, the sad songs that sound happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we've got such sweet little melodies to go with the sad songs that we're just kind of, we're like a wolf in sheep's clothing a little bit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Another album name right there.
Oh,
There it is.
I'm popping off at them.
Oh my god.
So sorry. Me just in my life experiences in
Yeah.
turning into this. It's good. So
feel
yeah, do we have any others?
I don't know. I feel like Hey Queer could be a good one.
Hey Queer's a good one.
Damn.
That was a story.
What's that story? I
Yeah,
wanna
that
know
was a story of so like Olivia and I had just started hanging out, and Olivia, I mean, if you can share, you're gay.
I am not a straight person.
She is not a straight woman.
You heard it here first, fellas.
I mean-
Yeah,
heard it
honestly,
here first,
the
fellas.
diversity. We are holy shit.
Oh my god.
So anyways,
80s.
I like to use the word queen a lot. Like
Queen.
I like to refer to her as queen.
Well,
And
you
so, like,
should. Yeah, we're all
I mean,
queens.
come on. Like I would
Yeah.
refer to you as a king as well. I'd be like king, queen.
Yeah.
Royalty for my non-binary friends.
There we go.
Come on, monarch.
Everyone's. Come on, monarchs.
Come on, monarch.
Oh my god.
So I was just texting her, and I was just like, we were talking about practice or something, and I was just like, hi queen, like yada yada yada, and I just sent the text, and she like responded right away, and she's like, I read that text, and I thought that you said hey queer, and it was like just our first time, like one of our first times hanging out, and you like came to me. And you're like, I mean, it's true.
It's like no lie, but I was like, that's very forward of you to start off the text.
Me
like,
just be like,
hey,
what up,
queer?
queer?
Yeah.
What a queer. Okay, I guess we're at that level now. That's our friendship.
We're moving quickly.
Yeah.
No,
So yeah, but I let it be known I didn't do that.
No. It was Hey Queen.
It was
I
Hey
just
Queen.
misread it.
She
Yeah.
misread it. She wasn't used to being called queen,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
No,
Now
but now
you're
she's
used to it.
Yeah, now I'm used to
Now
that
she's
and Hey
used to
Queer.
Yeah, now
Every once in a
we
while,
just
we gotta
say
throw that
queer.
Just one time,
She'll like
maybe.
pop into the house and like, what up, queer? Like,
Oh my
how
God.
is it? So that's another possibility.
Possibility. I don't
If you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the cops. And
Hey, queer.
Hey queer.
know.
Hey queer. If you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the
Calling the
cops.
cops. Jesus Christ.
Just a whole
I'm gonna get
mouthful.
flagged.
Immediately get flagged.
Yeah.
Oh, canceled right away.
Canceled immediately.
Canceled.
It sounds like a bad fucking sleepover.
Truly.
Queer. You gave me chlamydia, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I mean, yeah, that's true.
So what was your first like experience with music? Each one of you guys, you know, what was your first brush with music growing
oh my
up?
God. You go, Olivia.
Yeah. Dude, that's a great question. Yeah, I would say, well, one, my mom. So my mom, she passed away a couple of years ago, but her and I.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you. Her and I are very similar in that. She was gay and she played guitar and bass and she
Beautiful.
sang. Yeah. And we just are very similar people. I'm definitely like, I look like her. I'm her reincarnate. Just a little
Wait,
bit.
she was like gay too?
She was gay too, just by chance. Yeah.
By
just
chance?
Kind of
Just
funny.
a little quinky dink.
Just a little coincidence. Yeah. Who knew?
And so
She
interesting.
certainly did not plan that.
Did she have you like to kind of hide, like you know how gay dudes marry?
Like,
To
oh my
kinda
God.
hide.
No,
No,
You know?
she just like realized, right?
She
Like,
just realized
Yeah.
after she had me.
after,
Yeah,
like,
after
after.
she had me, she was like,
that was a bad
it was like,
experience.
oh wait a second, guys, wait a
Hey,
second.
we have you now though, so
Exactly.
I know,
So it worked
we're
out.
so
It
goddamn
worked out.
lucky.
But
Definitely.
I digress. So she was a musician her whole life. She grew up around jazz. She was in jazz bands, and she was in an LA punk band. She was in an LA punk band in like the 80s too, and played bass there. And she even played bass at her own wedding. Like,
oh,
yeah.
that's badass.
she's a badass. She was a badass.
That's
yeah.
fucking
That's so
badass.
cool.
That
Yeah.
is super fucking badass.
Yeah, and so for her, like, she just always had really, really good music on all the time, and there were always instruments around her house. And then in elementary school, it was sort of like not really a question. Like if I could sign up for band, I was going to sign up for band. And then she picked the instrument, the flute, because it was the smallest.
Oh, she picked it for you.
She picked it for me.
Oh,
She was like, this is the smallest instrument. I learned how to play bass and I had to haul my bass back and forth from my house and it sucked. And so she's like, you're going to play flute. And then, yeah, I fell in love with music.
Olivia's a beautiful flutist. Flautist?
Flautist.
Flautist.
Don't get it twisted.
Flautist.
Flautist. It's a very like sissy way.
Oh my God.
Sissy word. It's like very like I'm on my pedestal.
Flautist.
Flautist?
It's $100 an hour.
Yeah,
I'm a
it's
flautist.
$100 to say the word.
To say the word.
It's an expensive word.
Truly.
So,
Yeah.
so music's always had this deep connection to you. It's always been a part of your life. So that's why when you write music, you make it a part of a
Absolutely.
reflection of your life.
Yeah, I can't imagine like my life without it. It's integral, you know? Like I don't know. Yeah, and I'm trying to think like probably my first experience like listening to music was just like with my mom in her car, you know?
Yeah.
And like I still have all her CDs and all her records and stuff and like I don't know, just like blessed to be listening to like everything from like Bach to Chick Corea to like Led Zeppelin to the Beatles. Like this was a woman like Miles Davis. Like I remember putting on like, you know, All Blue, the record by Miles Davis on her vinyl in her house and just like listening to that.
I recently fell in love with that album.
It's great. It's a classic. Like I think everybody needs to listen to that from start to finish. Yeah. But yeah. And then again, blessed with having like my mom around to help me with my music education and to be really encouraging with that. And to, something that I learned from her too was like how to talk about music and how I think that is a skill in itself, you know, to be able to express, I guess in language, the way that music either makes you feel or ways that you can improve on it is not an easy thing either. So I was in, say, jazz band in middle and high school, and I would go up and I would like take a solo, and she afterwards she would be like, these were the really good things, and she would be able to tell me about it, and these were the things that you can improve on, and I would take those notes, or she would be like, this sounded really good this time, but you know, this is something that you can improve on.
So she was really trying to help you improve.
Yeah,
become
totally.
a better musician since you were little.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was because of her like just deep love of like music. Again, it's something that this again sounds cheesy. I like can't live without it. Like I'm always listening all day. Yeah. You know, and I go down these little rabbit holes of like if I find something that's inspiring to me, like I can't listen to anything else for a long time. Yeah, for sure. And then I, you know, and it comes out I think in my writing, which is really wonderful. Yeah. So
yeah, me. I mean, I mentioned a little bit earlier. My parents are both musicians, and so I grew up around music. My dad's a voice teacher, and my mom was a classical singer. And my aunt actually is Tony Tennille from Captain and Tennille. Oh yeah. Who like they wrote the.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, they were like a really popular pop band in the 70s.
Ooh, okay.
They had their own TV show. Nice. Your parents would probably know them. Like,
my parents know Mexican. I grew up on nothing but Mexican music.
Well, people in
which
your
is lit, by the way.
age bracket.
It is. I'm not talking shit.
No.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean just that age group is popular. You'd also probably know like the "Love Will Keep Us Together" song. It's very. It's like
that song.
Yeah. So that was my aunt and uncle. So it's just kind of been a big part. And then my grandpa was like a big band leader for a jazz band in Alabama. Like I have music like running in my bones. Running in my bones, she says. But I went to OSHA, which is Orange County School of the Arts, where I like continued to develop my craft. And then after that, I like went to like a performing arts college, and I toured around Japan, like doing music. But it wasn't really until my senior year of high school that I started writing my own stuff. Because mostly I was doing theater and like jazz studies. And I didn't really know how to teach.
What gave you the push to really focus more on music?
Yeah.
Well, what was it?
Oh, honestly, I just felt like I couldn't not do it anymore. Like, which is it sounds cheesy, But like I was just like performing all the time, and I was like singing everybody else's shit, and then I just like it started to like boil up, and I was like, I gotta try this. Like I gotta try it out. And so like I started doing that. And I started releasing shit on my SoundCloud. I like got a SoundCloud.
SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, I know. It's nuts. But if you can look it up, it's like under my name, which is Kat Bettner, which is Boettner. Cat like the animal. It's something else. It's so funny. But I want to keep it forever because it's so sweet to see how far I've come. And I was like, I would like start using GarageBand, and like I was like recording. I'm good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
I started like recording like my knuckles cracking into like the microphone and like throwing a bunch of reverb on there.
Hardcore.
I know. It was just like, it was really fun. So
what was touring in Japan like? Or like playing all the, whose music were you playing too?
It was like I was like a part of a performing arts like outreach program. So like I was working with kids over there teaching music, and then also performing like as like professionals. So like we would do like a variety show. It was super cool.
That's cool.
I was touring with like all people my age, and like
bunch of young people.
Yeah.
Young Adonises, young
yes,
guys.
exactly. We were called the Young Americans.
The Young Americans.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it was a blast. I met like, I mean, it was a blast in some ways, but then it also really made me feel like music became a chore, and like it became something that wasn't fun anymore. Like I didn't get to do it for fun, and it really messed up my relationship with music for a little while, because I was like, damn, like this feels like work when I'm doing it now.
I feel forced. Forced at this point.
Yeah, it just feels like work. And so that's kind of what started my like long hiatus before I got with Carol. Like my long hiatus from music, because I was just like, it was really difficult to like sit down and try and write and try and sing, and not have it feel like work, and which is not how I wanted my passion to feel. You know?
Yeah, I mean, who does?
Yeah, and but yeah, it was really scary getting back into it, and and then getting with Olivia and like working with Carol, it was like truly a breath.
How
of fresh
long was the
air.
hiatus from when you took your break to when you like?
I would say probably like
started to practice for Carol.
Yeah, like I've written music in between the time that I got back in 2015. I was there for like 4 or 5 months, like living.
I thought like a couple years.
Oh no. No. I mean, Japan isn't amazing, but like I couldn't do tour for that long. That's bullshit.
The Young Americans.
Young Americans. But yeah, I like got back.
Album
in
name?
We get like
They would sue me.
copyrighted.
Right.
They would simply sue me. I'm bad mouthing. Oh my god. No, it's kind of a little bit of a cult. So yikes. But
a lot of
anyways,
those.
I was like performing and like doing like little shows here and there, but didn't really get back to feeling good about music until I moved to Long Beach from LA and started working with Carol. Yeah.
Glad we could help you out. You know?
Yeah.
Get the vibe
I'm
back
so
in your life.
glad to be here. It's so nice. It's great. Yeah, I love it. So
yeah,
I feel like I am kind of having like a resurgence in my love for music.
That's a really good word to use.
Yeah, it's a rebirth and a resurgence.
That makes me so happy, because Kat is truly one of the most talented people I've met. So
fucking
thank God, you know.
She'll make me cry. But yeah, that's where my musical background comes from. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So
my parents, I think they helped me with my music. They put me in a church band. Church band. I was a church band
I know a lot
kid.
of people who started out in a church
Yeah.
band. I feel like it's valid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I mean? And like, it was cool, you know. I'd be playing the acoustic guitar and singing in Spanish, you know. Me quiero adios, you know.
come on.
And then like the church would be over and the drummer would start playing like Metallica. And the guitarist would start playing Slayer. And I'll just be like, fuck, you guys love the music, not even the church, huh? And they're like, yeah, we're here for the music. And I'm like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, hell yeah. What?
Not to
Me? What?
I have seen a video of you as a child
You.
singing.
Oh, yeah. So true. Yeah.
Singing in a church
Singing
about
in a
Jesus.
church.
Ah,
So
okay.
It's called All Is Well. You
All
can
Is
look it up on YouTube.
There it is.
God.
Here we
I'm there.
go.
I'm in a beautiful red dress.
Tabasco fire exclusive.
I'm 9 years old.
Straight from the streets of the church.
Right off the streets of Newport Beach, California. Yeah, no, it's yes. So yeah, I did do a little bit of that shit, but yeah, I would say my little embarrassing thing that I came, or not embarrassing, but just my little like, quirk, my little backstory was musical theater. That was ooh bitch.
Hey,
oh the way.
I did jazz band, man.
Oh yeah, no,
that ain't it.
The
man.
two on the sides of the same coin.
Yeah, no, truly, we were both fucking outcasts. Like, in
High school was rough. No.
well, I'm fucking lucky because I went to like Newport Harbor for 2 years, and then I was like, no, and I went to OSHA, which is the performing arts school for like fresh or 7th and 8th, and then I was like, actually, I'm gonna try what Rio school is like, and then I was like,
no,
it sucks ass, and then I like went back to OSHA, but for those 2 years, absolute misery, like pain and suffering, like
kids vaping in the bathroom.
Yeah, well, just like it was like such like a fucking dance team or like football, and if you're not in that, embarrassing for you. Like,
embarrassing for you.
Humiliating, actually.
I love that.
Yeah, and so I was in like advanced theater in my freshman year, and so you can imagine how that went, and I'm sure you can relate. Like,
dude, jazz band, ooh, that shit ground me down
too.
That
thick fucking skin, baby.
Dude,
thick skin.
Jazz band is it's such a weird little thing, you know. Talking about cults, like a little cult of personality in high school. Like whenever you're part of a flute in high school, you know.
So true.
I took a hiatus from music. I'm now remembering after speaking to you, like after high school, I almost sold my flute.
Oh, you're like fuck this flute.
I was like, I'll make $1,000. Like I'm a poor college student. Like
that's a pretty penny. I probably would have sold.
I almost sold my flute. Yeah,
I'd sell it now.
Oh my god, dude! It was like the most expensive thing I owned at the time, right? And I was like, I can't. I'm eating ramen. Like I need to sell my flute. You guys.
I need some groceries.
Ramen? Oh my god.
Ramen?
Yeah.
And you're complaining?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but yeah, jazz band like ground me down. I thought that I was bad at music because of jazz band.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, it'll do that.
Why did you feel
Don't
that
even
way?
get there. Sometimes she still thinks that.
I do
and it's
think
like,
that.
Sometimes, well, not really. I don't think.
I mean,
it's more of just like a.
You want when you put something out or you do something, you want it to be the best version, you know.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, that's
it's so easy to be your hardest critic.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I
Super
stopped.
easy.
Like part of why I stopped doing music for such a long time, like was like also it was like impossible for me to feel like it was worth doing.
Yeah.
Because like there was I was
yeah.
just like, oh well, I guess there's no way that I have anything special to bring to the world.
Nothing new to fucking say.
Yeah,
Everybody's already
everybody's
said
fucking
everything.
So like,
Dude.
and also it was just like if it wasn't perfect and it didn't sound exactly right, I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm never doing this again.
Oh shit!
I'm never performing again.
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, and it's just really getting over that, and like that's something that you and I have been working on, like together.
Truly.
Which is like I feel like I've gotten past that, like kind of that my little rat brain wanted to say vibe. I feel like I've gotten past that little vibe.
My little cheese squeaker
My
brain.
little fucking like baked beans, empty can ass brain.
The vibe ain't right, bro. The vibe just is not right. I don't fuck with the vibe, man.
No, but like that little like inkling in my mind, like passed, and like now I'm kind of like Olivia and I are like working on it too, just like because I've gone through that and I've like been like solo performing and been like, sucked fucking ass. Yeah, but you just get over it because it's like, you know, it happens and you'll be better the next time and it's like no big deal. And it's just
And I think it gets easier once you get more popular too. My favorite quote is fucking Aziz Ansari. He's doing a little show and he's like, you know, ever since I gotten big, I could come out here, do a really bad set.
Yeah.
I go home and go to sleep. I really don't care that much.
Exactly.
I really don't give a fuck that much anymore. Like,
exactly. It's that, and it's just like it doesn't matter. Like you're sitting there, you're going over this shit over and over again in your mind.
brain,
And none of the people who are at your show fucking care.
They're not gonna be sitting there. Oh, he messed up.
She
I heard
fucking
that.
sang the wrong note.
I'm leaving. I'm actually leaving.
No, nobody's doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but it's like a mental like block to get past.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
Yeah, and you're doing amazing.
Yeah, I got to balance with I'm like definitely a perfectionist, and like when I care about something, I hold myself to a really high standard in all aspects of my life, for better or for worse, and so. Forgiveness is definitely something I'm working on. Kindness to myself. Even the oh my god, that's so
who are
sweet.
you working? If you don't mind talking about it, who are you working on forgiving like right now?
Myself.
Okay, yeah.
Me, like if I fuck up at a show,
that's the hardest forgiveness.
Yeah,
Self-forgiveness.
like even Kat's so sweet. She's always like, whenever I'm like saying some shit about myself, like some mean shit, she's like, be nice to my friend.
I love
Be
that.
nice to my friend.
I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
You
Like,
should.
I love that. Be
I'm
nice
sure
to
I
my friend.
commandeered it from somebody else, but it's just like, just be nice to my friend, dude. Like, it's really not that deep. You don't have to be so hard on yourself.
It's true.
Yeah, it's just like it's like I love you and I respect you as like a person and an artist and like love you as a person and an artist, and it's like always so hard when you seeing somebody that you love and admire so much.
Yeah.
Be like hard on themselves, and you're just like no.
For something that you don't even expect to hold them up to, right?
Yeah,
Like she holds herself up to a
exactly.
standard that you're like, you don't even need to do all that.
Especially since we're not gonna continue to put you on the spot like this. But,
Yeah, breaking down psychosomatic.
so let's talk about this. No,
It all started when I was 5.
no, but like we talked about this like just like she is so new to the like she's singing like the lead on a lot of our songs, and it's such a new experience for her being like the front man, so to speak, even though we both have equal like power in the band and we're like equally represented.
Honestly, I feel like you guys share the same amount of power in the
Right,
band.
yeah.
It's not
We
even
agree.
like-
We completely agree.
Yeah.
But it's like she's singing the melody on a lot, where it's like that's like a kind of just like a big shoe to fill or big shoes to fill in this sense, and
definitely.
like it's just like nerve wracking for sure. And like it was her second time doing it at the show that we had last Saturday, and it was just like it's so easy to get caught up in like how good or bad it was, but. Ultimately, you're just learning.
Here's another one for you guys.
Yeah.
Then, what has been the hardest thing to overcome so far? From just starting Carol, not like you guys are like fuck. I don't know about this. Was it like booking shows, getting people to like care, schedules,
working? Like,
Yeah.
Schedules? I don't
maybe.
know.
I don't know. I mean, even that is like, it's not
It's
hard
not too
because we
bad,
live
yeah.
literally around the corner from each other. So it's like we get off work and we can be like, hey, do you want to do this? And we're like, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
you guys
like-
make it work.
Yeah.
I would say self-doubt for me is
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean that's the
Yeah.
enemy. Like
I'll drink
me
to that
thinking,
shit.
I'll drink,
I'll drink to
self-doubt.
that.
Yeah, it's like me. There's no way to hide in Carol, which is as it should be.
Right.
Yes.
That's how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be. But it's 2 gals singing and an
gals
acoustic
singing.
guitar. There's nothing extra there when we're performing live.
Right.
You can't hide underneath a
The
drum
crash
set.
cymbal, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And so you're deeply exposed in that way. I'm exposed in the fact that I'm singing songs about like some of like my deepest thoughts and feelings.
I
you know
literally
what
listened to the fucking set I recorded from you guys like 3 or 4 times.
Thank you.
Oh,
Like
that's so
I'm like these
nice.
songs are so beautiful. Like
Thank you.
But
That's
it's
so
just
kind.
yeah, that
self
makes-
doubt for you.
Damn, yeah, but that makes me so happy. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I loved it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, self-doubt. It's like when you're choosing to be vulnerable in front of other people and in front of one other person, even with Kat. There's a lot of like, is what I'm presenting not good enough? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, sure.
Like, is this not? Yeah, like
Yeah.
does this fucking suck every day? I convinced myself I was tone deaf for a while.
yeah, I
Oh,
remember
shit.
that.
What the
She was
hell?
like, am I?
Am I
So sure.
I thought that
so
cat,
sure.
Imbecile.
dude, my intrusive thoughts. I thought that cat was lying to me. I was like, she's
Yeah.
just not
Gassing
telling me
me
that
up.
I'm
I'm just
tone
granting-
deaf.
Doesn't want to break up the band.
I'm just like granting her make a wish. Like,
her final wish.
I'm just like, yes, honey, you're really good at singing.
Oh, I love it. I love.
I
Can
love
you
the
sing a
words
little
you
louder?
write.
Oh my
Can
God.
you sing a little louder?
No, yeah.
Dude, but
Yeah.
that's for me the challenge. But that's the challenge everywhere.
You heard it here, guys. Go to Carol Instagram. Say Olivia, we love your voice in the comments.
Oh my God. Dude.
Let them know, man.
Oh,
Getting there.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Cat's a great influence too. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What about you, Kat? What has been the biggest, hardest thing to face when you guys have been so far working together?
Honestly, I don't know if I've gotten there yet.
Yeah.
I really feel
You're
like-
just starting out.
I don't think I honestly like I feel secure as an artist.
That's good.
And I feel like I have so much experience as far as like singing in front of an audience under my belt now that it's still, I mean, obviously everybody gets the jitters right before it happens, but like
Yeah.
I love being there and I love being up there. And I just think like, yeah, no challenges, just like I've been so excited to share my songs with Olivia. I've been so excited to like even if they're bad, like I mean even if like I write a shitty song and I'm like, hey, like check this out. It's just like so fun to have somebody that you love and respect. Like
they're cooking with you.
Yeah, to
That's
be
a
there to
privilege,
share
yeah.
like your like music with.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like because I could send it to like my best friend Kim, which she'll probably be listening to this. Hi Kim. Like
Shout out, Kim.
Hi Kim.
Hey.
She I used to like send her all my songs like all the time. Like I would just like send her stuff that I would write, and she's just like the biggest supporter. Like it's just like you're incredible. Like what? And I love her so much for that. But it's also so nice to like share with you, Olivia, and for us to like work on it together. Like not just have that be like the last like thing is just like I send it to you and then that's it. It's like I'm sending it to you and then we're gonna like work on it after this.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just I don't feel like I've gotten to a challenge yet. I just feel, I mean, if anything, it's maybe like just time. Like like it's just like energy maybe like to like get to doing what we want to do after work, because like sometimes we're knackered after working. But yeah, no, so far really smooth sailing, and I hope I don't jinx that.
Beautiful.
God.
Knock
Oh
on
my
some
God.
wood.
Yeah, but
There we go. You
I
hear
love-
that, universe? Stay away. Let them.
Get
they're on the
away
come up.
from me, you bitch.
You
like,
bitch.
you disgusting bitch. No, it's just, it's great. I love Carol, and I love the work that we do. So
All right, how about group bonding activities? When you guys feel like you want to get closer, like what do you guys go about? Like, do you guys like, hang out for the whole day, lock yourself in?
Oh my God.
Recently we
Yeah.
went to Joshua Tree to see Adrienne Lanker from Big Thief. If you guys, I mean, if anybody listening knows Big Thief, and if you don't, immediately look them up.
What the fuck are you doing?
I would say that's like a big influence. Adrienne is a big
Adrienne,
influence.
yeah.
But we went to we kind of I'm a big person who loves to go and do shit. Like I don't like to. I'm spare no expense like on experiences. Like I love it. And so
you like the memories.
yeah, I love it. I love it. So we booked an Airbnb and with like 8 of our friends went and saw Adrienne Lanker. And I just remember like we were at Pappy and Harriet's in Joshua Tree, and I just remember like her playing, and it was such a beautiful and magical.
Who was that again?
Her name is Adrienne Lanker.
Adrienne Lanker.
Yeah, she's the front woman of Big Thief, the band that we were talking about. And I just remember like looking over at Olivia like while she was doing her set and just being like, this is like, and it was like I felt really connected to her at that point because I knew that we were both like, we could do this. Like we have this in us. Like the way that she's making all of us feel right now is, I know, in our wheelhouse, and it was just inspiring. And I felt really like, even though it wasn't just Olivia and I like being just together, it was just us with like a group of our like most beautiful, lovely friends. But I felt like I walked away from it being like, we shared this beautiful experience.
Truly.
More inspired than ever.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Truly. Like way more inspired than ever, and it was lovely.
Yeah. Honestly, like I don't know. I remember, like, seeing Adrienne Lanker with everybody and with Kat specifically, and I remember walking away from that and being like this for me. It was like going. It's like what church feels to other people.
Yeah, totally.
And
felt you with the spirit.
Yeah,
it did.
You're feeling the spirit, huh?
Yes. Honestly, no, but it definitely, something felt so very right, and that was so inspiring. And then the other thing is that Kat and I looked at each other and we were like, we can make other people feel this way. Yeah, I think that's a great way to put
that's
it.
That's a beautiful takeaway.
Yeah.
Not that I can do this at the same level they're doing it to be as famous as them, but
No,
I could do it to help people feel better. Like,
it's we're on the precipice of that. I feel
I
like
think so too.
it's. I think I like love the way that Olivia writes, and like, it's possible. Like, and I think that's like half the battle is believing that,
Truly.
and and believing in yourselves as artists, and I think we do.
I think we do too. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel very grounded in this, despite all of my self-doubt. And like, Kat is kick-ass. Like, she's a great writer. She has the most beautiful little angel voice ever. And and I don't know, she's just so encouraging as well. So grateful.
Well, it's it's easy to be encouraging when you have when you work with somebody that you admire so much.
We're just gonna go
I know.
compliment each other back
Let's
and
just
forth.
kiss.
like 3
Let's
hours
just kiss
later,
already.
on the
Oh my God.
podcast. Yeah, well, you have beautiful eyes.
Yeah, and
You're
gorgeous,
so
and
strong.
your teeth.
Oh my God.
No, but it's true. Like I have so much respect. It's just so
Nice.
precious.
Yeah.
To be friends with somebody and to also love them like as an artist as well. It's precious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to love someone and love their art are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people that are, shitty people make beautiful art.
Absolutely.
But when you can meet someone that you really enjoy and you really enjoy their art, that's something really special.
Yeah, and I know, and I think we both know this about each other. Like we are not going to we're communicators. Like we're gonna communicate with one another.
Fuck yeah.
Like if anything ever if anything ever goes wrong, or like if we have like a disagreement or like a misunderstanding, like we're not just going to like let that fester and like we're gonna
talk it out,
talk
it
about
out.
it.
Exactly.
Chop it
and
up,
like
talk
be
it out.
communicative. I'm not like we're not gonna wake up one day and Carol's gonna be over. Like it's like we're gonna like Carol's just over and like or like one of us is just like absolutely I'm not interested anymore. Like we're gonna talk to one another about it and make sure that we're on the same page at all times. And I think that just comes down to respect.
Yeah, truly.
Because if you have enough respect for somebody, you're not gonna do that to them.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot about that. People not expecting other people's wishes in the bands.
Yeah.
And even just getting kicked out over that, for
Yeah.
something that's not even really that serious,
Yeah.
Exactly. It happens.
Yeah.
It really does. And it's
Oh, yeah.
just I think a lot of it is based on communication and like we said, like not respecting somebody's wishes or feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And that can get muddled sometimes, but I think that's like a big point of ours is like to not make that happen. And we both generally are people who express ourselves.
Exactly.
And it's easy to express ourselves.
Yeah, and I will say there's not a ton of ego in
No.
this group.
Yeah.
And that's really helpful.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I think both of us.
Yeah. There's healthy ego.
Don't be scared. Yeah, healthy ego. Don't be scared of the
Yeah.
healthy ego because
Yeah.
that will help you grow.
Exactly. Like we know
Exponentially.
that we enjoy the work that we do, I would say. And like we're not out here being like we are absolutely gonna be famous. Like
The best.
I'm simply the best thing.
We invented music.
No, but like I think part of it is like you really need to believe in yourself as a band if you want to like get better.
You have to believe
And,
in
like,
yourself.
And I think we do. And and I also believing in yourself as a band, but also believing in one another just as artists, like separately too.
Oh yeah.
Because Olivia is a fantastic artist on her own and could do what we're doing on her own as well. But us being together makes it better.
Absolutely.
It sounds like you guys literally took the best of both worlds because you said you're not really comfortable singing. And, you said she plays some sick ass guitar.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she
You know
plays
what I mean?
fantastic guitar. Yeah. It's great. It works out really well. It's like, it's truly, I really can't understate this. Like, I don't want to understate this and I can't say this enough. It's just like rare to meet somebody that you click so well with artistically. It's rare.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And to throw it away so easily, especially because we're still young.
Yeah.
On the scale,
I'm still a baby.
Yeah. So
Children.
Children.
Infants,
really.
really.
Yeah, really. If you think about it, we give.
No, but yeah.
like we take it for granted. We
Yes.
take things for granted all the time. So
Absolutely.
it's really nice to see that you guys actually really thoroughly appreciate each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do.
Love you, Kat.
I love you too. I started fucking weeping. Yeah. No.
On the
You're my
pod.
bitch. I love you so much.
It was also like I moved from LA down here and I didn't know anybody. Like I just knew.
What made you move from like the biggest city to like the Snoop Dogg's? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's happening more and more. But like, fucking dude, it's so goddamn expensive there, and like for
Boom.
really nothing. Like
Bing bong.
You bing
Yeah.
bong. Fuck your life.
Bing
Like
bong. Yeah.
it's really, and you're not getting a whole lot out of it. Like you're spending like $1,500 to live in a studio apartment with like no parking.
Yeah.
Like that was my literal life. Like I was living in East Hollywood. I was living on the East Side, which is like the coveted East Side.
Yeah.
And
By Echo Park, right?
Yeah, I was in East Hollywood, but like which is like 5 minutes down the road from Silver Lake, which is like that's where all the cool kids want to live.
Silver Lake,
Echo Park. But like I was paying like $1,500 a month for a 400 square foot room.
400. That's like the size of this room.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
And like no parking, no in-unit laundry. And I was like I was on Melrose. I was on the busiest street, and I was like, I'm really not getting anything out of this. Like all I get to say is that I live in LA, and that's it. Like,
yeah, literally.
I don't have any perks.
And I mean, like, location is super important.
Yeah.
But also having like a reason to be there. I feel.
Yeah.
Like like I feel like I've thought about I could move to LA, but I'm like, if I'm not working with anybody and I'm not trying to get anybody's attention by saying, hey, I'm in downtown Los Angeles. Then what's the point? I could just stay here,
Exactly. And like me and my partner moved there just like we were just like, well, I mean, fuck, it's like COVID and like we got to move out of our current place. Like, why not LA? And we had friends up there. And then like. So
you moved to LA first time before COVID?
Yeah. Well, no, during COVID. Like,
during COVID.
Yeah, during COVID for the first time. And then, our lease was ending and. We were like, okay, it's either move into another spot in LA or like move down to Long Beach into like a beautiful home that we know is available.
A beautiful home.
A beautiful home.
Yeah, let's go to the beautiful home.
Here's the thing. Let's go with the beautiful home. And it's like, I feel like, I mean, it's been like working with Olivia, but it's also just been like having fucking space, like having more than 400 square feet to roam around, like having a front yard, like having a backyard, having like living by 4th Street,
being
like,
able to invite people over.
Like, exactly. What I mean? Just like having room to breathe is like really what it was. And then like, I mean, I moved here like again, still like on my little hiatus from music and not really expecting much, and then got introduced to Olivia through my roommate. Yeah. And it worked out so well, and like I would have never in a million years, like if you talked to me right before I moved here, would have never thought that like I would be here on a podcast about this band that I'm in that I love with this person that I love and this dear friend. Like it's just it's crazy. It's crazy how shit works out like that.
It's beautiful in that way. Life is really beautiful in that way.
Yeah. It's nuts.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
So who are your guys' biggest inspirations? Biggest even joint inspirations and maybe independent. Because I know I love fucking Limp Bizkit, and I know not everybody. Yeah, but what the fuck? You guys are like, nodding your head and shit like,
we're like, yes, king, like
king.
100.
You do you.
But not everybody enjoys that. They'll be like, really, like Limp Bizkit. I'm like, yeah, man.
Right.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't sue me, Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have?
What is you guys'
I mean, I have a couple.
Yeah, I got a couple. I mean,
Yeah,
recently, like, I love the Staves. They're a 3-piece band. They're all sisters. And they do
Local band?
No, they're from the UK.
UK band, nice.
Yeah, and they sing in these harmonies. And I think when you're related to somebody, like there's something different about the harmonies where it's fabulous. But they're just folk. And then we were talking about Adrienne Lanker, which I know Kat is going to touch
100%.
upon. But Kat turned me on to Adrienne Lanker, and that's been something that I've been listening to
Beautiful.
every day. It's, again, magical. Yeah, who else? Fiona Apple.
Fiona, I've heard that name a lot.
I love Fiona Apple. I really resonate with her. Like, I don't know. Those are some big ones for me right now. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm always listening. I hope she won't
get mad at me calling her Fiona Appleby.
Fiona.
No, she'd probably think that's cool.
She'll be good with it. Yeah,
I think that's fine.
But I don't know. This is an odd one, but I really like Modest Mouse.
I love
Modest Mouse is great.
Yeah,
I saw them at the U.S. surfing, the U.S. Open of surfing in Huntington for free.
Shit.
Somebody shit on the beach.
Oh my
They
God.
have a lot of good music at that event. Though.
They do. Yeah.
That's what I've noticed.
I think I almost like got alcohol poisoning. I was like
What?
16.
What?
It was rad. They were really good.
Yeah, I've seen them live too in a different setting.
Somebody did shit on the beach? Like,
No.
that's crazy.
I was the one shitting on the beach.
I thought that was
beautiful.
Yeah, that was you.
That's me.
Cool.
Oh,
God.
man.
An invisible string all the time, leading me to
We've known
you.
each other for years. I'm the shitter on the beach.
I'm the shitter on the beach.
album name.
Album name? Shitter on the Beach.
It was me who shit on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're having fun here.
Shout out. Why did that give me like Shakespeare vibes, like Fiddler on the Roof?
Oh my God,
Shitter on the beach.
Shiddler on the beach.
Shiddler on the beach. There you go. Yeah, we got the Shiddler on the
Oh
beach.
man, yeah, those are good.
Yeah, there's so many more you can never listen
Modest
to.
Mouse, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a Limp Bizkit, similar, not similar to Limp Bizkit, but like similar in the sense that like people might
Don't
give you
really like
shit for
this.
that.
Yeah.
I grew up performing Taylor Swift on the pier.
I fuck with Taylor Swift.
Okay, thank God, and you would be
really-
a fool not to.
Fearless. Fearless is one of my favorite album I heard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I take that as a compliment personally. No, so
Fearless.
like one of my best friends, Mackenzie, she and I grew up listening to her, and we would go and busk down on the pier in
Fuck
Newport.
yeah.
Just playing Taylor Swift songs, and like I would harmonize kind of something similar to what we do with Carol. And I taught her how to harmonize, my friend Mackenzie, and yeah, we just like grew up doing that. That's how we like made money. Was like we would like make a couple bucks.
I
every
actually,
day.
buddies of mine in high school paid for FYF tickets busking.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
That's
nice.
awesome. I went to
on
FYF too.
On 2nd Street. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's so sick.
Shit.
Yeah, I remember like Christmas, like around Christmas time, we would make like fucking money. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
I loved it. But yeah,
People
so
are
that
really
was
nice. People are really sweet.
yeah, that was
surprisingly.
like I grew up listening to her, and then like when I got older, I was like I became far too cool to listen to Taylor Swift. I was like, simply what? I don't know her. That's so crazy.
Shake it off.
Yeah, and then like as I've now gotten older, I've really come back into my like I love her, and the
Yeah.
bitch writes a good song, and
She
like
does.
that's just like,
Even if she gets a little help, who doesn't?
yeah, I mean,
Like,
I think that
you know what I
she
mean?
mostly writes her own shit. Like that's
Yeah.
I think that like for sure anybody who's in the business like can get a little help on their songs.
Yeah.
But like I think that
is
she's one of
totally
the
fine.
only yeah. I think she's one of the only like major artists that really like at her core writes her own shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. And she knows how to write a ridge. So that's one. I would say I love her, and yeah, she's great. Elliott Smith really.
Oh my
really,
god, you
yeah.
really just said Elliott Smith. I fucking love Elliott
Yeah,
Smith.
Elliott
Elliott
Smith.
Smith's one of my favorite fucking artists of all
Dude,
times.
I would like ditch school my senior year and like just sit and listen to his songs. I was such a sad.
Did you ever get to
woman.
watch him before he passed?
No, I was not born. I was born after he passed. Unfortunately.
I thought he passed like in 2013.
No.
Didn't he pass?
He died in the 90s.
Oh shit, man.
It's okay. It's all
Damn.
good. Yeah.
R.I.P.
no.
though.
I know. R.I.P. for sure.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Elliott
yeah.
fucking Smith, man.
That Heaven Adores You documentary is really beautiful. If you guys, it's about him. Yeah, it's called Heaven
Okay,
Adores
okay.
You. It's really, really beautiful and special.
Peep that shit. Peep that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So yeah, I really loved him. My friend Max got me into him in high school, and I just like kind of devoured. So
Yeah,
I
his
there's like not an
discography.
Elliott Smith song you couldn't play me, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, I know all the words. I love it, and it was a blast. And then yeah, he and my friend Max, who's also a musician, he's like a jazz musician, but he plays everything. We used to like play Elliott together whenever we'd get together, and we still do whenever he's in town.
Nice.
But yeah, so I would say Elliott, Adrienne Lanker for sure. Sarah Vaughan, who's a massive, beautiful jazz musician. Yeah, she's a jazz singer. She's fantastic. And Chet Baker was also a big one for me.
Oh, nice.
I love Chet Baker.
Is that like Punkhead?
No.
Chet Baker
Chet
is
Baker
a-
is another like what is he? He's like sample artist. I don't know. Something. Chet Baker was a jazz trumpet and cornetist, but he also had like the voice of a goddamn angel, also the face of one. And yeah, so and he has just like the sweet. It's like listening to butter, and it's like so beautiful. So those people for sure. I'm sure there are tons more, but those people are like at the forefront of my mind.
What's the biggest inspiration for Carol? Like when you guys tried to make music, do you guys ever like say, "Well, listen to this song. This is where I kind of got the inspiration from."
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like I've been drawing on the Staves and Adrienne Lanker
Yeah.
a
Oh,
lot.
okay.
I
A
would say
lot
so too.
recently.
Yeah, I would say Adrienne Lanker for sure, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I love this question, but I never know what to say because I don't know. Like I feel like
You just make the music.
Yeah.
Which
Like
is amazing too.
I think imitation is like the true like is the way to create beautiful things, and like I think it's so normal to like
But also,
imitate.
yeah, like it's like getting the idea from somebody and then making it your own thing are two different things. you know?
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm inspired by Olivia, and like I feel like I inspire. Yeah,
Back to the
truly.
compliments. Back to the compliment.
I mean it.
That inspires me as well.
I mean it. Like that's what I feel like I'm inspired by. Like when I'm writing music, it's like I want to like write this so that like Olivia and I can have like a beautiful song to sing together. You know.
Yeah.
Where do you think
Yes.
the sound is gonna go? Do you guys think you're gonna stick with the acoustic guitars and just harmonies forever? Maybe like
I don't know.
add a little some, add a little piano player. Maybe
We have currently something in our inbox asking us on our Instagram DMs asking us about
hit me in the DMs.
Yes, we hit us in the DMs asking us if we ever would want to add like a band behind us.
That'd be cool.
Acolyte, the band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're in
Acolytes
our,
are pretty cool too.
Yeah. They want us to play at their little space that they have.
I think I'm gonna have them on in a couple of days. So.
Oh hell yeah! Tell them we said hi.
Yeah, definitely. I'll put it on the wall.
Yeah, Joe says hi. Yeah, those guys were so sweet to us after your show. They came right up to me and they were like, "We love you," and I was like, "You guys are so sweet." Yeah, they're little sweethearts. But yeah, they have asked us if we would like to do a full band behind us. I would
Even
be
the
down.
bass and drums would be really sick.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah.
It's just like I think right now it's like we're like working with our what we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
that's honestly one of the best ways.
Yeah.
Working with what you got.
Yeah. I mean, I know Logan, my partner, wants to add some stuff, and like he's like, I'm happy to. He's got a drum set, he's got a bass guitar, he's got. Like,
Oh, so you already
everything.
got it in the studio.
We've got like stuff.
Yeah, like
We've got some shit.
That's even better though, to focus on like how you guys want it to be, like that vision, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe later on, you know, like, oh, we played this song 100 times.
Yeah.
Let's add a band.
Yeah, I also think like. I mean, I love the idea of like adding some strings in there at some
That would
point,
be dope.
like just like a nice,
Like a nice
violin,
little violin,
or like
yeah.
something like that, like a cello.
Dude.
A cello would be so gorgy.
Right?
Oh, but you know, I mean, those are little dreams,
Yeah.
hopes.
I mean, like for some of these songs, like they sound wonderful when it's just like acoustic.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about the album and recording it, like I definitely could see
Yeah.
putting in sort of the bass tones and a
Totally.
little bit of rhythm. Like we'll keep it pared down and true to self, but there's definitely room for our sound to evolve.
So true.
Yeah.
Pared down, true to self.
Pared down, true to self.
Period.
Album name?
No. Just kidding. It's possible.
So, like, what advice would you give to other maybe young people trying to start music that don't have like that background in music? Like your mother pushed you, you know, you
Mom and Dad.
did all this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, your parents. Yeah. What would you say to people just?
It's never too late to learn.
Yeah.
Like,
To start.
Don't hesitate to pick up an instrument. Like,
There we go. There we
like
go.
it doesn't matter what age you are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
I think that's bull when somebody's like, "Oh, I wish I learned to play piano when I was
Right.
like 5." I'm like, "Well, learn
Learn now.
Now
Yeah.
that you're 25,
Yeah,
shit,
like
you should be
take
even
a class
better, right?
in community fucking
Exactly.
college." No, but yeah, just noodle
Shit.
around,
Yeah.
watch YouTube. Like we
have the internet. Like you can
YouTube,
learn
yeah.
anything.
Dude, I'm self-taught on guitar and bass.
Me too.
Yeah.
You're self-taught on freaking guitar.
Exactly.
Dude.
I never have taken a class in that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you don't need to have this like wealth of knowledge. Just
Yeah.
I would say keep listening too. You know, like
Yeah.
always be listening. And,
Oh.
and
Always
figure it
be
out.
listening.
ABL baby.
ABL.
There it
But
is.
yeah, that and like also, I would say do not be afraid. Like we talked about a little bit about imitation
Do
earlier.
not be afraid.
Do not
Be
be afraid.
There we
Don't
go.
be afraid to imitate. Like,
Yeah.
don't be scared of that. Like, I think that when imitation crosses a line is when you're making money off of an imitation that you've like clearly pulled from somebody else. But like that's how you get inspired by like artists that you love. Like sometimes when I was in high school, I would like pull Elliott Smith's chords and I would like play them and I would write fucking songs to them myself, like my own words to them. And it's like helps you get that little like it gives you confidence, and then you'll start noodling around on the guitar probably and figuring out your own shit. Like it's yeah, and just like also I would say surrounding yourself with people who like really believe in you, like, and really just like support you, even if they're not like necessarily musicians themselves or like practice the same art. Like,
I mean, people in the community support you a lot sooner than other musicians.
Yeah,
You know?
it's true. Yeah. Or just having like a friend or like just somebody, like a family member who you can like talk to about like, hey, like I really like doing this.
Yeah.
And them just being like, fuck yeah. Like, I love that you're happy, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like I've had friends where like they've been like they've said that they're supportive, but like have never shown me that they're supportive.
There it is.
And you're so like you can say one thing and do another, and it really feels like shit when you have your friends who you love
just don't even bring it up.
Yeah, who never express that they're proud of you or that they're excited for you, and it's just like you're not a real buddy to me. So I would say like
buddy.
Yeah, not a buddy to me.
Buddy.
I would say like do your best to cultivate a good group of people around you.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who love you.
That's definitely what I feel like I've gotten with you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys, all the bands in the fucking scene, everybody, you know.
Yeah,
Long Beach has a
100%.
good scene.
Yeah. It really does.
It does.
It really, really does.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. I was really shocked at how kind and welcoming everybody has been. So
let's get a little ethical, a little big brained.
okay, all right. Putting my big brain on.
Putting the big brain, taking the little one out,
Yeah.
a little unscrewing, putting the big one in.
Cool.
What changes in the next 5 years do you hope to see in society? Like what do you hope to see become the norm and maybe something that's a little weirder?
Yeah.
You know?
Ooh.
Go. Do you have some, I work in sustainability.
Okay.
I'm in environmentalism. So I want to see us get our goddamn motherfucking shit together.
A little stability.
Yeah, like
stability.
like well, just sustainability. Like let's see some fucking legislation happen. Like let's see some happen. Like let's see some just change happen from the ground up. And it really, I mean, we can do our part, but it has to come from fucking policy changes too. Like it can't just be us. Well, yeah. Yeah, and sustainability is also such a classist idea. It's expecting people who are in
classist.
Yeah, it's very classist.
And it's crazy. You see everybody that be like, I'm not racist, and it's like, yeah, you're not racist. You're just hella classist.
Yeah.
You know, which is, but nobody understands that kind of oppression.
Yeah, and when you place the onus on the community to make the biggest change, which is stop buying plastic, stop using fucking fossil fuels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
These things we built your life around.
Yeah,
stop doing them.
Sorry, you're not gonna ask this low income family to stop using something that's integral to their lives.
They run a small business that runs out little plastic bags of sandwiches.
Exactly.
You know what I
it
mean?
can't be on them.
Yeah.
It has to be from a policy
Costco
level.
has to stop using plastic straws.
Yeah, that's not gonna do shit.
Yeah.
It's I mean, we all love to save the turtles, but I hate to break it to y'all,
it's
but
not gonna do anything.
the straws aren't gonna do anything. Those plastic cups that have the little lids on them that you can sip out of, they're just as bad.
Those are just as bad. I feel like those would probably be worse.
Yeah,
too, right?
I mean they're just as bad. They just don't go in the turtles' noses. But yeah, so I would
common sense. You want to see a rush of common sense to everybody, because I feel like that's something that would go under protect the land, or not protect the earth I'm a part of,
I mean,
this
definitely
ecosystem that protects me,
Well, definitely. It's just it's if we don't have that, then what's the point of us planning our future, right?
Yeah, might as well just keep fucking
doing
whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah, so that I would say I would really love to see sustainability and environmentalism come to the forefront, really come to the forefront.
Not
especially in the higher ups.
just as a political way to gain power.
Exactly. Not just a talking point where they're look, I'm invested in this.
Yeah, I care.
Yeah.
I care about what you care about.
So
Totally.
that's something I'm really passionate about.
Yeah.
Is the earth.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Olivia?
I feel like I have a slightly more off the wall answer.
I love that. Please. Mine was very political.
Hit us with it. Hit us with it.
Politician ass. Vote me.
Vote me.
Oh my God. I vote for you, Kat.
Oh, shut the hell up. Go ahead, Queen. Tell us you're obscure.
Come on, Queen.
Come on.
I think we're in a late stage of capitalism.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
100%.
agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
And so I think that more and more people are becoming awake to the idea that this isn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
And I think that in my lifetime, I think people are hopefully, I have a lot of hope, you know, like with the
Beautiful.
fall of society, I think that it's going to be, it has the potential to be
Restructuring.
something very wonderful.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I live in the ideal that people are good, you know, by
That's
nature.
good though, you know. That's real good.
But I think that going forward, I think that people, I'm hoping that people leave their jobs. They feel less tied to their jobs. We already see that with COVID.
Yeah.
People are not basing their identities off of their jobs, off of this
Off what they
corporate
own,
cog.
like
Exactly.
you know, concept.
Yeah.
Not what you own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I think people are becoming more open to this idea that, like, I don't need to buy a house. I don't need to settle down somewhere. I can have my van. I can have my fucking yurt. I can have my partner in my community, and I can
Beautiful.
sort of you can choose to step outside of the society that
Right.
we've sort of established. So that's one thing. I think that also, I'm hoping that as a queer
Queer. Just shakily crying, saying it through tears. Gay person.
As someone who identifies as queer
Yeah.
in like multiple ways, I'm hoping that sort of everybody becomes more and more open to that in themselves. I'm really happy that gender is becoming
A little more fluid.
Amen.
exactly. It's becoming less and less of like a defining identity, and I think that that has the potential to be healthy for everybody because
Yeah.
we won't be stuck in sort of like
It's not always healthy to even be stuck in those identities. Like
No.
always
Yeah.
feeling like I have to be this man, or
Yeah.
always feeling like I have to be
Right.
this little
Exactly.
dainty woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I
Like,
mean,
it's
fuck those
toxic.
shit.
yeah, exactly.
Fuck
I
those
mean,
shit.
Fuck those shits,
Album.
man.
yeah, I mean,
Fuck those shit.
yeah, I think like even like queering language, queering the way that
Yeah.
we speak to one another,
Yep,
will sort of
yep.
like get rid of a lot of issues with ornamental masculinity and
on,
artificial
ornamental
femininity,
masculinity.
and I think that
Yeah.
I think that
What was that word? Ornamental.
ornamental
masculinity.
masculinity,
Like
and
it's just
then-
like for show or something.
yeah, ornamental masculinity, and then his character foil is artificial femininity.
Like-
If
Yeah.
you want to go on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like,
It's
I
very
get what- I get what
interesting.
you're saying.
Yeah,
You guys
but-
are really
Just
fucking
like
smart.
masculinity, like as like a showboating technique.
Yeah.
Just being like, I'm fucking big.
The real masculine, the real
Also,
masculine
fuck
people are
women.
actually really fucking quiet. Like you,
Yeah.
won't, you won't ever hear them say anything
Yeah.
unless something really bad's happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I see
Yeah.
myself as pretty masculine.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like having a happy medium of
Yeah.
I'm not just because I'm a woman and I identify like as a cisgendered person, like I
Yeah.
still feel like I have like I have like big dick energy a little
Yeah.
bit.
Cat does
Sometimes
have-
I'll flirt.
yeah.
You know,
I've
I'll
got
flirt. I'll
big
flirt to get my
D.
way.
Yeah.
You know, I'll do
Hell yeah, you bat your little eyelashes. You're like, come on, mama.
Come on.
Oh my God.
Can I have an extra cookie?
Let's go watch Spider-Man.
Please come see this movie with me. Yeah, I
love
mean, your
that.
eyelashes is what got us doing this today. so.
At the
Truly.
podcast. I mean,
You sent us a little video on Instagram. You're like,
bat in my
"Please."
eyes. Oh,
You- from the
Carol.
up angle, just
Carol.
Carol, please. You're so pretty.
dude.
No, but I totally
Yeah,
understand.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I
Yeah.
think that I'm hoping that I don't know. This generation feels like it's letting go of a lot of stuff, and I'm really happy about that. And I hope that we continue in the right direction.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
For sure.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're hopeful too for America.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
You know what I mean?
We've been through enough.
I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a
Yeah.
little worried.
I mean, it's good to be, you know, like
Cautious energy.
care.
exactly. Even since the ancient Roman times, like people spoke out against the government and they got mad, but it's kind of like it's best for us because if it improves, then we all improve.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
True.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
having an interesting perspective, both being women, maybe what's a time maybe you guys both have gotten gaslit,
Gaslit.
from like even in regards
Yeah.
to your music, someone telling you like, nah, you play shitty music actually, like you guys are trash, or maybe someone, just lying to you. Have you guys ever faced something like that?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Like, kudos for that question.
Yeah, I think you have. Don't you have me?
So a little gaslight, a little
Yeah.
I'm going through something currently that.
someone's lighting you up on gas.
Yeah.
Tabasco
A little
will
bit.
pull up,
Setting
bro.
you on fire a
I'll
little
pull
bit.
up.
Broke my teeth.
There's like another wonderful group that I have been a part of, and that has recently changed because it's come to light that they do not think that I'm good enough to be a part of the group.
Yeah, don't value her.
They do not,
which is fucked up and
so
bonkers.
I've been told that point blank, and for me, that was a good moment to step back and be like, okay, like this is what they think. I can't take this to heart because I know I'm grounded and I know that I am a good musician. I have the knowledge base.
No, you're an amazing musician.
I have the skill set.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I will continue to pursue
and you have
this.
that X factor.
Oh, thank you.
Have that je ne sais quoi.
But I think this is a great question because it happens a lot.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. It's kind of an odd thing. And again, I do think that it happens a little bit probably more for women. It does happen.
Yeah. Well, when it happens to a guy, it's more like you're out of the fucking band, bro. Like get your shit and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know.
That's how I've seen it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even like after shows that I've played, I've had men come up to me and just give me their unsolicited advice, which I don't think that happens.
I don't want to fucking hear Olivia. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
Olivia does not want to fucking hear it
unless it's kindness.
Unless it's like
unless it's
constructive.
Yeah.
But I remember I played a show once and a guy came up to me and he's like, they sell smaller basses for like smaller hands.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know what to say to you right now. Like,
this is the bass I have.
Yeah, like this is. I just played a show with it.
Can we
like,
stop talking?
I'm gonna whack you fucking on top of the head with this big old bass.
I don't know. So
idiot.
It's just one of those things. I think ego is something that we all contend with, but I feel like I've personally been forced to become very strong and grounded and reserved.
It sounds like your mom wanted you to be a really strong person too.
Yeah, she was a badass. And she wouldn't have taken shit like that. But I
mean, everybody has to take some shit sometimes.
Everybody does, and it's good. It's healthy and humbling.
It's humbling. Humble yourself.
It's humbling.
That's something I have difficulties with. Humbling
sure,
myself.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like one of those things where, like, in my life, based on my life experience, like every angle is humbling me at this point. I don't need extra.
Yeah, you're like, can you just maybe give me a little break?
Yeah.
A tedious little break.
All the shows I've seen you at in any band that I've seen you in, you've been amazing in.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's absurd that anyone would like think that. It's just. I just think
it'd be
wild.
one thing to say like like this is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, but to be like, you know what, to go and just say you're not what we're looking for is just a completely other thing.
Yeah. I just think communication is like, I mean, we talked about that. Like there was I just think that like these people failed at communicating.
Exactly.
And ultimately ended up hurting her
unnecessarily. Yeah.
And like you're a fucking big girl and you're like a normal person and you can take criticism.
You could take a hard conversation.
Yeah.
A hard conversation, you know, but a disrespectful one that I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
I think it's hard sometimes. The music industry is filled with a lot of young men, right? Who feel as though they are the best thing since sliced bread. And God bless them. God bless them. They are creating.
Sorry, kings.
They're creating.
Sorry, kings.
They're putting their art out there. Yeah, exactly.
Jokers.
Yo.
Yeah.
But,
bazinga.
Oh my God.
Fucking
Bazinga.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Carol.
Don't sue me, Big Bang Theory.
Dude.
Sorry.
Album name Bazinga.
Bazinga.
I hate it.
Just like over and over again on the album.
Right?
Abbreviated, and it just spells the word over and over again.
Oh my God, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, but, I mean that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young men in the music scene who think they're hot shit, and I'm happy that they're confident and believe in themselves. But I think that has the potential to sort of affect the vibe.
Yeah.
It's way better to start from a smaller place and just see where it goes.
Right.
Instead of having a goal you're trying to obtain right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think like a lot of men in the music industry like need to like just take their fucking egos and like knock it down a couple pegs like to begin with. And like I'm not saying that exclusively to men. I'm not here being like fuck men, but like I think that the music industry, especially like Long Beach, is like it's like mostly a boys club, and like it's
I brought it up, and for some I'll bring up like boys club, but for some reason it's always like, I don't know, maybe it's just the people I was talking to, but it's always like a lady hitting me up like, why even talk about that shit? Like that's so dumb. Like,
well, I mean,
and it's just
that's
kind of
odd.
like,
I mean, it's up to everybody's experience. Right?
it's individual
like,
people.
that's-
Yeah, that's how I
individual
took it. Like it's the individual.
Yeah.
Right, but like
And-
my experience has been that it's a boys club.
Yeah, and a lot of shit is boys club.
Yeah.
You know, like go down to like the NASCAR ring or whatever. You
Right.
know, like
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, I think
That- you know,
especially
a lot of
at a
shit.
time right now where like for me and like I think for us and like I ever since I've been involved in music, like feeling safe at a fucking venue when I'm going to see a show
Yeah.
so
is
nice.
like so paramount
Yeah.
for me as a woman. Like if I want to
Oh,
go to a
yeah.
show alone,
No.
it's like
Yeah.
I feel scared to
Who's
do
gonna
that.
be there? What time does it start?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how far can I park? Like can I park close by?
Yeah,
like am I allowed to bring
exactly.
pepper spray? Like it's just like, and it happens. It's just like it's such. I think for women in general, like not just to go to shows, but like, and this is, I'm not saying anything goddamn groundbreaking right now.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it's something we already all know.
Yeah.
And but nobody wants to even admit it. You know.
But it's just, I feel I love when I get to go see a show where I'm like women are in this band, or like women, I'm like going to see like an all girl band or something.
Something about an all woman band that just makes my heart like fuck yeah, I'm gonna go support.
It
Like,
feels
I gotta
it
go. I
makes me
gotta
feel
go support.
safe.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know, it just feels so much more safe than if I were to
Yeah.
be going to like see just like an all boys.
Yeah,
band.
like oh yeah, you
Have,
guys
like,
are
some
the
space.
like the best band right ever
Yeah.
like in the last year right. Even if they're all guys, it's like the crowd is probably gonna be all like
Yeah.
no respect, like you know respect. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even fucking what's his name? Kurt Cobain at one of his last shows live,
Right.
you know, like
Right.
he stopped in the middle of a song.
Right, because somebody was being assaulted.
Yeah, like some girl was being grabbed like by
Right.
both of her arms and shit, and he's like, "Hold on, nah,
Yeah.
stop playing a song."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this band named Pine Grove who I also really like.
Yeah.
They're great, and at one of their shows, like a couple years ago, I went to. They had this workshop that you could go to through this organization called Calling All Crows. If you guys want to
Nice.
look it up,
Calling all crows.
Calling All Crows. It's like a program that they teach you how to respond to situations when you're at a show
Yeah.
and you see something going on that's like something that's kind of shady or kind of like something weird, and how to like be a ally to the person that's going through like the assault or the like uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
And so like, and they were like, yeah, if you come early to this show or to this workshop, like you can message us and we'll put you on the list, and then like you can go into the venue early. And I was like, fuck yeah. Took this this little like 30-minute class, and it was so valuable to me. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, it really, you think when you're in like, when you're like looking at it from the outside of a situation, you're like, I would know what to do. I'd go up and I'd be like, fuck you, guy. Like, come here, woman. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep you safe. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, and that's just so not usually how things work out, you know, like
Yeah.
you're in the moment and you freeze up, and this is like teaching you how to go through those moments and like really helping you think through it.
You know what's really interesting, dude? In
What?
those kind of like stressful moments, is usually women like stepping. You know, like
Yeah.
there's like the cliche of the woman lifting up the bus to save her child.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you know, it's usually
No,
like
for sure. But I mean, I would
even in
definitely,
nature.
I would definitely research Calling All Crows because
Calling All
they're a fantastic organization, and it's just something that like I know moving forward as like an artist, it's like a responsibility of
Absolutely.
as the artist to make sure that their venues and their like shows that they are playing at are
Yeah.
safe for
Yeah.
everybody.
That's
Yeah.
fucking beautiful of you.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it's just
That's
fucking.
really
It
good
is.
of you.
Yeah.
You know, I
it's
just
human decency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've played shows where I've had bad stuff happen to an audience member,
Yeah.
and that like haunts me.
Right.
You know.
It's the worst because you feel like it's your fault because
Yeah,
like they're your
yeah.
fans.
And
Like
so I don't know. You just got to be educated and make sure that
Yeah.
you're building an environment that is worth going to.
Yeah, like I've literally stopped whole events just because I didn't like the show I was throwing with people. Like, I'd
Right.
be
Yeah.
like, you know what, man, I actually don't want. I don't care if you give me $300.
right,
That's what I charged them because I didn't like them that much.
right.
So like $300, and then they came and they just spread the bad vibe, and
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, this is the last one. Like I
Right.
don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is the last one.
Yeah, it's just we don't, there's no fucking room for that shit anymore.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah, I just want to say up front, like, we're not a band.
All right,
for
so
predators.
Yeah, no.
Fuck right off.
what advice would you have to young ladies maybe feeling like they're kind of like someone is building their life for them, and like something maybe like you could tell them that they could do even that they could even do to make it maybe make themselves feel more free than they really are. Because I know that's a big thing in the world, you know, like even on the other side of the world. Like I try to be conscious about what's going on in the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are still oppressed, hella oppressed.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of young ladies, especially, you know, seen more as bargaining chips than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
And
know, so what would what would your advice be to maybe those kind of people?
yeah, I do want to say that we're not the agents of all wisdom.
No.
Yeah,
And
no.
I will also say, like, the path to
I
self-realization.
would expect you to be
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I mean, the path to self-realization is one that is unfortunately walked alone, and like,
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
finding your own agency is like a long process that depends on your situation and
Don't
your
be scared to
environment.
take the first step
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, I mean, I would just hope that like as we become more and more educated, and as like individuals, specifically young girls, are exposed to more and more positive resources
Yeah.
growing up, that they'll be able to unlearn a lot
Yeah.
that's been placed on them throughout their life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like particularly like the notion that like women are sweet and polite, and like how like a lot of women are taught like to be polite
Yeah.
in a lot of situations. And we were talking about this like when we were in the living room like earlier,
Oh shit.
just like how like you just sometimes have to be a bitch, like, and that's 100% okay. Like
Yeah.
You literally.
you just have to sometimes be a bitch, and if you're called a
it's
bitch,
it's in your DNA for a reason. Like
Yeah,
that
well,
wouldn't be-
yeah, it's
that
just like-
wouldn't be your natural response if like
yeah,
I
it's just
wouldn't-
like yeah. I mean,
you
it's
know.
It's just-
way easier said than done. Like
Yeah,
it's
that
way
too.
easier said than done. But part of me unlearning like my behaviors of like, oh, like I should like this thing, I really don't like what's going on, but I'm just gonna like kind of let it happen because I'm really nervous and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. It's like
oh damn.
I like it's just for me that was it was unlearning that and just being
Yeah,
like, no,
definitely.
like
Definitely.
Okay.
And yeah, even like it's not
Speaking up for yourself.
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's not being a bitch, like it
Right.
and that isn't like, I guess, like a natural thing per se, but it's more of, you know, standing up for yourself, maybe being harsh in a way,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's perceived as being a bitch,
Right,
you know?
exactly.
Exactly.
But that's okay because you're standing up for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not meant to be polite, demure, and sweet
Right.
at all
all the
points in
fucking time.
You're not here for anybody else. You
Right.
don't
No.
owe anybody anything else. You
Right.
know.
That's my favorite Kanye quote. He's like, if you're going around life trying to answer every question right you ever get asked, then you're just tested, and their whole life is a test. Why
Right.
fucking live your life like that?
right,
Why
right.
live your life like your whole life is a fucking test? Like you have
Right.
to just say what you want to say, you know?
Totally.
Even if you're gonna be perceived as a bitch, you know, even
Right.
if you're gonna be perceived as any type of way.
Yeah.
Right, totally. Yeah, it's I mean, again, easier said than done, but
Oh yeah,
True.
100%.
yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, look, everybody's mad at him for whatever reason,
right.
you know, like
Right. I
But
mean,
he's-
always everybody's always mad at Kanye.
yeah.
Kanye's mad at Kanye.
Kanye's always mad
yeah,
at Kanye.
right? And you listen to one of his songs and you're like, "Ah, fucking yay.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking
Yeah.
yay.
But I don't know. I think being a liberated individual is definitely worth working towards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
highly possible for
For
anybody.
sure.
So,
Definitely. Education. Like learn like
Education.
just you got the world at your fingertips.
Truly.
There's a podcast I really love that also helps with that. And it's called Bingetopia.
Bitchtopia.
Binch, BINCH TOPIA. Bingetopia. It's it's great. It's great for men and women and
Nice.
NBs and anyone. They're wonderful. We got somebody knocking on the window.
Yeah.
What? Hold on, I'm busy right now.
The fans outside. They won't leave us alone.
The fans, bro. They're like, yo, hey, you guys need help carrying your stuff after the show.
Oh my
Like, please, Carol, one picture.
Oh my God.
Carol, just one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I love the energy you guys put out.
Thanks. Thank you.
And I'm
Thanks
sorry
having
for
us.
asking these questions. You know, it's just sometimes I'll get, you know, all guys sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. No, I
You know what
appreciate
I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm
when I
glad that
get
we
the
could be
opportunity, I would
that.
love to just,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, ask.
Of
For
course.
All right, so when was the fucking moment that you guys sat there and you guys realized, like, yo, we're Carol. Like, we're gonna like let's make this music. Like, let's actually do some shit. Like, when was the moment you guys were like, let's do some shit?
I don't know, Kat. When was that?
I would say like pretty early on.
Yeah, I mean, there
Like,
was like, yeah,
Shockingly.
yeah. The first time we played was really nice.
Yeah.
But then it took like a couple of times.
Right.
And then there was a moment when we realized like we didn't want to like go a week without
Right.
like practicing at
Right.
least one.
Not even once a week. That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then like we were just practicing so regularly, we like looked at each other. We're like, I think we're like a little group.
I think we're a
I think we're a group.
Like,
Do you want a
we're doing this
name?
thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
It just kind of like I just remember it like being like it clicked right away, but then it was like once we got things tight, it was just like
You guys literally sound like one entity when I hear you guys.
that's what
now.
we've heard.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard
Like
from a
one,
couple
like-
people that they were like there was what's his name from Painted Burns
Oh, those guys are really good
the
too.
bassist.
Oh,
Do you know his name? It's okay.
Yeah.
He was really nice. We talked to him. I talked to him at your show, and he was just like, and he's a trained jazz musician, and he was like, couldn't tell who was who.
Their
until,
drummer
like,
was
halfway.
really fucking sick.
Oh
dude,
yeah, they were
Dude.
doing
Dude.
sick.
wild.
That was
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just nice to hear like from a trained ear
Yeah.
that he was like, yeah, I couldn't tell who was singing what until like halfway through the show, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's great. Like
Yeah.
when you're harmonizing, that's like your
That's
whole
like
goal.
the goal,
It's
yeah.
like
That's
you
the
want to
goal.
sound like one.
Like a whole new voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just want to sound like one voice and not two people like
Yeah.
trying to sing. Yeah,
Trying
so,
to sing.
trying to sing. But it was great. It was great to hear that, especially just like being so new to the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say early on.
Early.
Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
Early on, and we still feel that way. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
still kind of look at each other and we're like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like, we're
Yeah.
doing it.
Fuck
After
yeah.
a good practice,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like,
I love the silence after a really good practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like everything just goes quiet and your ears are like a ringing of like magical dust or whatever.
100%.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
For
oh,
sure.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So anything in the near future coming out soon? Anything coming up?
We
We're
have
playing
a show at Pike.
Yeah.
Show at
on
Pike.
The
Another day.
6th, which is
Sixth?
Sunday.
The
Yes.
6th Sunday next month, February, right?
Yeah,
February
February
6th.
Yeah. Other
yeah.
than that,
2022.
we don't have a ton planned. I think we're gonna try to play more and more live shows
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
then
like album in 6 months? Like you think 6, 7 months?
hey,
I mean, we've got the songs. We just need to record you know?
them.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Matter of
it.
time.
that would be a
sitting
goal.
down.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you follow us on Instagram, like
Yeah.
There it is. It's gonna
At
be in the
Carol,
bio.
yeah.
Link in the
Carol.
bio. Link in the description.
Yeah, at
Dude.
Carol_LBC.
Yep.
There it is.
And you can find our individual pages from there too.
Yeah.
At Carol _LBC.
Yeah,
There
and we're
it
gonna try
is.
to go live more too.
Yeah.
Like on
Instagram
our
lives
Yeah,
are
we're gonna
always
start
fucking
doing
helpful. For sure, for sure.
Instagram. Oh man, I've been talking for too long.
Dude.
Shut the hell up.
No.
Anything you want to say to maybe some friends, a little bit of your small fans right now,
Yeah.
while you got your small, while you guys are still small.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything
thanks
you
to
wanna
your
say?
house.
Yeah, my house. My house is wonderful. It's Brandon, Logan, Dana, and me.
There it
And
is.
They are all wonderful,
The
big
gang.
supporters. I love
Yeah.
them so much.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my best friend Kim, love her
Shout out
too.
Kim.
She's been such a supporter of us and so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and my parents came to our first show. They're big fucking fans.
Yeah.
Yo, I think I saw them at 4th Street Vine, right?
Yeah,
I'm
you
like-
saw.
It's before we
the
had
olds.
officially met.
Yeah.
And I saw you, and I'm like, that was cool. Like, Olivia, I didn't know Olivia was in something else like that.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah.
And
the
I saw you
olds.
walking up to your parents. So I'm like, oh, I probably should just, I just leave her alone.
No,
Let her
no,
enjoy the
she's
night.
lovely. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
lovely. I love
yeah.
them, and they love us so much too. They're
Yeah,
just
they're
That's
they're
great.
they
That's
say
fucking
we're
sweet.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash-esque.
Aw,
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely. I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't know who. Sabrina puts up with my constant
Sabrina.
guitar playing.
Sabrina.
Yeah, my
She's so funny.
partner Riley.
Yeah,
Oh,
Riley.
That's
Yeah.
she has like the split hair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she's so
funny.
rad. We love her.
She's a rad. Yeah, good egg.
Good egg. Best
Good
egg.
egg.
Yeah, and just each
Yeah.
other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Nice.
Kat.
Yeah, thanks, Carol.
Okay. Well,
Hey, thank
it's
you
been
too.
Tabasco Talks.
Yes.
Here with Carol,
Woo, woo, woo.
Long Beach, California. You heard it here first. Follow yourself. Don't be scared to take the first step.
Follow your heart.
Play your heart.
Love yourself.
Love
Truly.
yourself. Truly.
Be kind to my friend.
Oh my God.
Be kind to
Be
my
nice to my
friend.
fucking
Be nice
friend.
to my
Yeah, I
friend.
love that.
And above all else,
if you gave me chlamydia, I'm calling.
And with that, Tabasco Talks is signing off.
Bye.